Warning: the show you are about to watch is for comedic purposes only. We strive to entertain and make you laugh. We strive to keep things family friendly and keep it at a PG 13 rating. The show itself covers news topics that you probably don't see every day, pop culture, TV shows, movies, video games, and a redneck. If we make you laugh just once, then we're doing our jobs. If you get offended in any way whatsoever, go cry to your mom because these two military veterans don't want to hear about it. So sit back, relax, join in on the shenanigans, and enjoy the show. Broadcasting straight to you from the good old interwebs on Accidental Punch TV, it's The Sully Show. Starring JT Hollis and the not-so-mastermind of the entire program, Sully. Join us in our viewer chat. And now, here's Sully! Only on days that end in Y. Yeah. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Sully Show. Oh, my camera's all crooked. That's so weird. Welcome to the show, everybody. I'm Sully, broadcasting live from good old Bristol, Connecticut, right down the road from ESPN Studios. With me today, as always, is my friend, my redneck brother from another mother. You know him as the Toothless Wonder. It's JT Hollis. Hello, JT.
Well, hello. And the crazy thing is, it's not just days that end in the letter Y. The Y is actually spelled W-H-Y.
Oh, W-H? Well, yes, that is true. Come on into the chat room. Go to twitch.tv/accidental punch. That's where we're live. You can also see us on YouTube, Facebook, both on the Sully Show page as well as my personal page. You can also watch us on Twitter, Kick. We're everywhere. We're everywhere that we're trying to have some fun and spread the word and help you forget about life for a while, because that's what we're all about. Ah, yes, that was very long-winded. JT, my friend, who do we have in the chat room today?
Oh, well, you know what? We got a small crowd at the moment, but I'm sure the rest of the punchers will join us very, very soon. Right now, the only ones we have in the chat room are Big Tank, the master of useless information, and the longest subscribing member to the channel, who says that Alex says hi.
What's up?
Hi, Alex, the one and only Lady Death, a.k.a. Nakaya.
Ooh, I forgot to do something.
You forgot to do something.
Yeah, I forgot to put my work stuff away.
You might want to do that.
Yeah, I might want to.
Probably not be a good thing to have exposed on our channel.
Yeah, no, I don't like having that stuff out. But yeah, so I'm here. Everybody else is here.
Yes.
I'm just gonna do what I need to. I'll turn the microphone, and
you got it on me. You just do what you got to do.
I do have it on you, which is good, but I can still talk.
Right. Nakaya says that Alex has completed his first round of midterms. Well, congratulations, and hopefully, Alex, you passed with flying colors.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's awesome. Congrats.
It is. And, I give him credit because, he kind of had a plan in his head of what he wanted to do and how he was going to go about doing it after he got out and everything. And from what Nakaya has told me and all, he's pretty much hit it and hit it hard. So
he's running with it.
Kudos, young man who is not so young.
He's running with it and doing what he needs to do. Oh, yeah. Seriously, dude, congratulations.
Yes, no doubt.
Keep on putting up the good fight.
Exactly.
Because you know what?
Said he passed all of his tests with flying colors-ish.
All right, explain flying colors-ish.
And while we wait
because
for that one, I want to say hello to our good friend from across the northern border, the crochet queen of Canada herself, Miss Carol. She has just joined us in the chat room.
yay, hi.
Hi, Miss Carol. So,
I know
yeah,
it's
what does
weird.
he mean by flying colors ish? That would be like the ish would be like a C minus, D plus kind of area. I'm thinking.
It's gotta be something.
Hey, I'm telling you right now, if he got a C, he's doing better than I ever did. So,
Well, I mean, the
I mean, he's
possibilities
kicking my
are
butt in
endless,
college,
yes.
but mainly because I never went. So,
But still, I want to know. I want to know ish. What do you mean by ish?
okay, she
know?
says that he said 2 were flying colors, and the third, not so much, but did pass them all.
Okay, so that's a good thing. That's a good thing, and we'll accept that. You know,
We won't delve any deeper, or at least not too much deeper, anyway.
I mean,
into
we
that
could.
one. So Sully,
we could pry.
We could,
But-
very easily. We're very good at prying.
We are. We're also good at being annoying. But before we go any further, because we do have a full prep sheet, by the way, and I do have to thank Lady Death for giving a lot of the fodder for today. I do appreciate it. I do understand that, yes, switching to Wednesday night was probably a little hard for people because they're used to us on Tuesday, but Halloween kind of took precedence. Little Jedi made out like a bandit.
Nice.
And JT made out like a polar bear.
Good way to put it. Very good way to put it.
I would assume that that's the best way to put it, is that you made out like a polar bear.
Yeah. We can go with that. I'm sending you 2 more pictures in chat right now.
Oh, okay.
So, we talked last week during the show.
Yes.
About whether that was, what the weather was going to be like on Halloween and all that good stuff.
We did.
And I was talking about how we're supposed to get snow.
Yes.
Well, originally, okay, like this is end of last week, very like Saturday, Sunday time frame, right?
Mm-hmm.
They were even on Monday. Oh, we're not going to get much. You might have maybe an inch in places. Shouldn't be that big of a deal. Shouldn't do anything to ruin Halloween trick or treating and blah 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 and everything else.
Why do I sense that within 24 hours that changed?
Oh, more like 12 hours, because Monday afternoon, they issued what they call a 16 News Weather Day. Meaning
in
bad
other
weather.
words, you had pretty much a nor'easter.
Kind of. Nor'easters. Yeah, there you go. Nor'easters usually last, 3-4 days. So a mini nor'easter, I think we could say.
Okay.
But it all of a sudden turned into a lake effect snow event.
Oh.
A mini lake effect.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. You guys get the lake effect stuff.
Yes, we do.
And
yes,
we get
do.
nor'easters.
You get the stuff that comes in off the ocean. We get the stuff that comes across the lake.
Well, we also get, the lake effect snow, whether it's coming down or across. So if you get it, I usually get it like a day or 2 later.
Exactly.
Give or take.
But as you can see, from the pictures that Sully is showing, if you do me a favor, throw the picture of the dragon back up for me, if you would.
Yeah, I didn't put that one up yet.
You can see that this was early. This was, trick or treating was 5 to 7. So this was probably around 6 o'clock ish.
Okay.
And Nakaya, yes, I do feel old, but yeah, about 6 o'clock ish was when these pictures were taken. But it got worse. Okay. This was just before it started getting dark. So 6:30ish. Right. And you see there's snow buildup on Kaya the dragon.
You named it Kaya.
Kaya the dragon. Any guesses as to why? Gee. But
gee.
I got approval too.
Oh, you did?
I did. I did.
Well, I mean, that's a start. At least I think so anyway.
And you can see how heavy the snow is coming down in the background. You know, it's pretty much blurring. I mean, it's not wiping everything out, but it's kind of blurring everything, right?
Yeah, but it looks like it's that wet snow.
It was.
Like, it's not that powdered snow. It was that builds up. It's that wet snow that'll melt within like 24 hours.
Yeah, it's the wet shit. And if it hits 35 degrees, it starts to melt.
Ah, makes sense.
But it came nowhere near 35 degrees last night. What you see there is a microcosm of what happened from 6:40 until after 7 p.m. when I finally closed down the trick-or-treating stand.
Did you at least get trick-or-treaters?
We ended up making up 118. She did the little medical gloves.
Yes.
Filled them with candy.
Yep.
We had 118 of those when we started. When we got done, we had 30.
Huh.
So we had 90, close to 90 kids that came by.
Yeah, no, that's not bad. That's not bad.
But it
at
was
all.
a mad rush from like 5:15 to 6:15.
That's because that's when all the snow was still light.
And that's what I told Kay. I says, you know what's going to happen? This snow and this crappy weather and the cold is going to bring out the stragglers early.
Yeah.
It's going to bring out the ones that hang until late because they know people are trying to get rid of candy and they're giving away extra.
Yes.
Which is pretty smart. I give them that. But me being the dedicated guy that I am, okay, from 6:40 until 7 o'clock, and actually past 7,
right,
it looked like a freaking blizzard.
Yikes!
You could barely see down the driveway and across the street. From 6:40 to 7 p.m., we had one kid.
That's
one
crazy.
Kid in that 20-minute time period. When I say hi to Sammy, he says, boop, and he just subscribed to Tier 2 for the 49th month. Thank you very much, Sammy.
We do the cheer and the clapping.
Right. Nakai, no, we did not get any thunder snow. I would have shit my pants in glee if we would have gotten thunder snow.
Oh my God.
I love thunder snow.
Thunder snow so awesome.
Thunder snow is one of the most amazing things.
So cool when it happens.
And lightning snow is just as cool.
Yeah.
I have seen lightning snow twice in my lifetime.
I've seen it.
But me being the dedicated trick-or-treater guy that I am,
yep,
I kept, because we had a table set up right inside of the garage.
Mm-hmm.
I had a little heater right over here that I use for my woodworking.
Yep.
I had that over here, blowing on us and everything. I kept it open until 7 o'clock.
Oh.
Because you never know.
You never know.
You never freaking know. So I did my best. I kept it open till 7.
Nice.
But yeah, this was the only one that comes close to this one. And I know you remember this one, Sully, was the one where it was downpouring rain and snowing at the same time.
Yes, I do remember that one. See,
I also remember that came up on my memories yesterday.
I also remember it, and a lot of this happened over the, throughout the memories throughout the years. Mm-hmm. There was actually 2 years in a row here in Connecticut, it snowed.
Yep.
The first year we had over 2 feet of snow on
mm-hmm.
Halloween.
Yep.
So clearly,
I remember that.
Nobody was able to go trick-or-treating because it was that bad of a storm.
Right.
But also one of my friends was getting married that day.
Ooh. Woo!
So, obviously she had a lot of people coming in, and you can't cancel that.
No.
You can't cancel that. So obviously they had the wedding in the snow. Their pictures came out beautiful. They really did. It was like, that's one of those freak things that, okay, we really weren't expecting this, but my gosh, the pictures came out amazing. Okay.
Right.
Now, when it comes to the following year, another foot of snow on Halloween. It was just back-to-back years of snow.
I've been here in this house probably 13 years now. And we've done Halloween every one of those years.
Yep.
And actually, this is yesterday or last weekend, the 27th, was our 16-year anniversary of the day we met.
Right.
October 27th. But since I have been in this house, we've had 2 Halloweens that I can remember that have actually been decent. I'm talking, 45, 50 degrees,
Right.
Nice fall weather, not rain, or everything else has been rain or snow or just really, really cold temps in the 30s and that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I want to send you one more picture.
Ooh. Send
that
away.
I have to find because it's on my page.
Send away, my friend. Let me see. Let me see what you have.
Well, it helps if I hit the right button, first of all.
Yes, it's called copy, paste, and send or attach.
Where's the picture?
Putting it out there. Apparently, while you're doing that,
right?
Little Jedi made out like a bandit. Mostly because, she was very polite. We tell her, just take one. Unless told otherwise. There are a couple of houses that just leave their bowl out and they say take 2, blah, blah, blah. And even now, in today's world, with all the Ring phone cameras and all that, you can keep an eye on that stuff,
Right.
And
ignore the picture.
Oh, you sent it to the wrong one.
No, I sent it to that one on purpose. Ignore it. I'm getting ready to send it to you on Discord.
Oh, okay. All right, fine. Be that way.
But go ahead with your story.
So, every house that she went to, she's like, trick or treat. Thank you. Very nice, cute, and adorable. She was Wednesday Addams. Oh, take more. You are just adorable.
Yup.
Every house. And then there was one house that was playing the Addams Family theme song. Now, I was dressed as Uncle Fester.
Nice.
So I went up to her at the house, and the guy goes, oh, you are the first Wednesday that I've seen, and it just so happens your theme songs, you can take a handful. A handful. I'm like, this kid wins every single time. And don't get me wrong, I know I have a cute daughter. And it's not me being biased. She's freaking adorable. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
She's also sarcastic. She's a Gemini. She's my kid.
I was gonna say she's your daughter.
Hands down. Lady Death, her hand can't be that big though. Oh, she went in and grabbed.
She is a child. When somebody says that, the hand instantly grows 5 times.
Take a handful. No. Don't take a handful. But then again, the funny part, and this is for everybody. What is the goal of trick-or-treating? Besides getting candy, what is the goal when you go trick-or-treating?
To have fun, spend time with friends.
Right. Now, JT, you and I have surpassed the professional trick-or-treater stage. because we have.
If I shaved this off, I could probably still get away with it.
Sure. Like, but
yeah,
we're professionals. We
Yeah.
grew up we were out at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, trick or treating all the way up until 10 o'clock at night. The only time that we took a break was to go inside and eat dinner.
Yes, from
And
5
then we
to
were
5:15.
right back outside. Okay.
Yes.
Which candy would you choose? The small package or the big package?
The big package, of course.
Right? Right? Now, I have worked with my daughter on this. My wife has worked with my daughter on this. We have told her numerous times, if there's a big candy bar, you get the big candy bar. She went for the small ones. The small ones. The big ones were the mother load. You knew which house had the full-size candy bars.
Yeah.
And you hit that house first, because if you didn't, you weren't going to get any.
Mm-hmm.
We have to work on this.
Well, she's still young. She's still young. She doesn't, even with you working with her.
She is going to be 8 in May. She should know to get the big...
young. No, she still doesn't fully understand the importantness of get the big shit.
Yes, she does. She loves candy.
Apparently not.
She loves candy. I try. I do. I try. And it just, like, just get me the big candy bar. That's all.
Well, see, that's why she's not doing it, because she knows if she gets the big candy bar, you're taking it.
Because I like it. Hey, listen. I will tell you the same thing many have told their kids or their nieces or nephews or their cousins. There's a fee. It's the daddy or mommy taking you trick-or-treating fee. Everybody knows about the fee. You have to do it. No matter what. No matter what. You have to do it. Now, I do have this other picture queued up here.
This is the coolest costume that I saw yesterday.
I'm not going to lie. This is pretty sweet. This is pretty sweet.
You know, what they did is they have one of them big playpen strollers.
Yep.
And there's 2 kids in there. I think they're twins. I think they're twin brothers. There's 2 kids in the back of that thing. And they turned it into Lightning McQueen's semi-truck.
Mac!
I mean, on the front, they've got the grill drawn on it. They've got Mac written on it. You know, the whole 9 yards.
It looks pretty cool.
I was like, this is freaking awesome.
I like it.
That is the coolest one that I saw. And this was early. You can tell that this was still early because there's not that much snow on the ground yet.
Yes. That much I can tell you is true. I can see where it's like just starting is what it is.
Yep. Yeah, this was like within the first 15 minutes of trick-or-treating. I mean, that was the cool, and I saw a lot of, I mean, like I said, we almost got 100 kids, you know. So I saw a lot of really cool costumes, but this was the best one. This was the best one. I asked him, I says, how long did it take you to make that? He says, probably about 2 days total.
That's not bad though. 2 days.
But then he go, then him and his wife go, but there's also, you know, staring at TV delay time in there.
Ah.
Because they were sitting on the floor in front of the TV while they were making it.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that.
But that was a cool ass costume. We saw it coming down the street. I'm like, no way.
Well, I will. I got to show this picture because I hope it's Hope it's up here. So, Adam, former host on the show, still very good friends. They decided that they were doing a theme this year as well.
Okay.
And I don't know if he knows I'm doing this, but I thought it was cool because it's certainly near and dear to my heart from growing up. And
Okay, that tells me it's not anything with Tom Brady, so we're okay.
nope, it's not anything with Tom Brady. I think he's officially given up on Tom Brady since he's retired now.
Well, yeah. Even then, I really don't think so. But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But him, his wife, and his son dressed up as the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Nice.
And they even dressed the dog up as a Ninja Turtle as well.
Nice.
Which I thought was awesome. So I'm sure he'll probably chime in later like, yeah, hell yeah. I'm like, it's fantastic. It was a great choice.
That's cool.
It was a great choice.
My neighbor's daughters and one of their friends' daughters, all dressed up as the Powerpuff Girls, or not the Powerpuff Girls, the Power Rangers. Sorry.
Oh, okay. All right.
Problem was you couldn't really see it because they were all wearing winter coats over the top of it.
Wimps.
So, but by looking at their legs, I think we had the Pink Ranger, the Red Ranger, the Green Ranger, and the Black Ranger, I think.
Oh.
Were the four that were.
All right. Well, I mean, it's still not bad. It's still not bad. So needless to say, we had a pretty decent Halloween. Hope everybody had a happy and safe Halloween as well. Because, well, let's face it, it's Halloween. It's Halloween.
Well, Nikaya commented earlier that she also got a lot of snow.
Oh, damn.
She said she had to scrape her car window this morning.
Oh.
But, I mean, this was a big storm that came through. It came through Minnesota. It came through Wisconsin and Chicago, Illinois, or at least the northern part of Illinois.
Right.
And then came across the lake. And as it came across the lake, it made a turn and came straight for us. So.
Interesting.
Unlucky for you, it kept going south as it went by.
Interesting. Big Tank says his was very boring. Nobody came through this year again. I'm curious, and I wonder why, because he's actually in a pretty decent neighborhood to go trick-or-treating. But at the same time, I'm just wondering if it's because everybody has moved on. Not enough kids.
Yeah. Oh, okay, I got you.
Well,
around here, we're in a good area too.
You're in a great area.
We're in a big housing area, a big complex. Yeah. We got one right across the street from us, and right down the street, and just there's nothing but houses.
Yeah.
So we get good traffic, but we had one street in our block or in our area post that they only had like 25 kids come by.
Wow.
But here's the thing. When we first started doing it, when I first moved in and we started doing the trick-or-treating here, we weren't getting a lot of them either, because we've got Main Street coming in and Main Street coming in on both ends of our block. It's the two main entrances coming into our park. Until we started putting up the Halloween decorations and all the inflatables and stuff, and everybody started noticing them.
Yep.
Ever since we did that, our numbers have gone up every year.
Ah.
Because people know now.
Sure.
That we're handing out candy.
Absolutely.
And we're also getting known as the people who do the candy hands.
And that's another thing. That's another thing. And this is not really to gripe, but for me, I don't agree with this. Now we go into the in-laws' old neighborhood. Right? They know everybody there. We walk around there because we do not get trick-or-treaters on our street at all. There's like none. There is a house down at the end of the corner. Amazing setup. Where he built like a little graveyard that you have to walk in. And they were standing outside. And he actually, this was really cool. He added like a black spider web / cauldron thing
Mm-hmm.
that you had to put your hand in order to reach a surprise. Now, the first thing I'm thinking of is, ooh, it's Indiana Jones all over again. Put your hand in and all the bugs come crawling out. Well,
Mm-hmm.
little Jedi decided to put her hand in one. She was afraid at first. I said, no, just reach in and you'll see your surprise. And she pulled out Reese's Pieces.
Nice.
But what was on it was a big giant spider.
Oh, jeez.
So, you know, just a rubber, you know, fake spider or whatever. So, so it was cool. I even asked him, I said, you know, we don't normally come down the street because nobody comes to the doors on our street.
Exactly.
I even asked him when we left, because that was the first house we stopped at. I said, how many kids have you gotten so far? He's like, well, you guys make number 4. I'm like, that's great. So I agree with you that the more you decorate, the better off you're going to be.
The more you get known.
The more you get
We had
known.
we had a lady that they came by
Mhm.
just a little bit later, and actually it was the lady and her husband, but they were telling us their kids go to daycare over this way, right in the neighborhood, but over this way.
Right.
And the son forces them to come by our house
Nice.
every day when they leave to go home so that he can see the inflatables.
That's awesome.
She said, ever since they've gone up, we made a mistake of driving down your street one time and he saw the inflatables. And since then we have had to leave this way every day.
That's awesome.
And then he goes, do you do Christmas too? And I'm like, oh yeah. And he's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
"Oh,
And
God."
Thanksgiving. Can't forget about Thanksgiving. You do that as well.
Yeah, but you know, I do, but most people don't. You know, very few people decorate outside for Thanksgiving.
True. You put turkey
But-
up and you're good.
Now, I have a question for you, Mr.
Yes.
Sully,
Yes.
and this also goes to the folks in the chat room as well.
Mm-hmm.
There has been a petition on change.org. The first one that went in was back in 2018,
I
okay.
remember this bullshit.
and it only got 3,000 signatures, a little over 3,000 signatures. They redid this petition in 2019. And I can totally understand why they did this, or why they not why they did it, but why they wanted to do this.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I'm like, nah,
Yeah.
you know? So what this was, all right, this was a petition
Mm-hmm.
to change Halloween from October 31st to the last Saturday of October.
No.
Well, like I said, part of me is like, no. Part of me is like you, but part of me understands the other side as well,
No.
especially these days.
Here's why I disagree with it. If that's the case, then I can't DJ at a Halloween party. And I love to DJ a Halloween party. I would miss it because I would be out trick-or-treating with my daughter, because that to me is more important.
Nakai in the chat room says, kiss my ass. No.
Agreed.
Well, but at the same time, I mean, I can, and I would think you guys probably could too, can understand what they're looking at when they're trying to do this.
Yes.
A lot of it is because of, even though they've been dealing with it since we were kids, there's the mad rush to get everybody home, to get food in them, get their costumes on, and get out and start trick-or-treating and all that good stuff. But there was also a lot of, safety related points that they were making about it. Things like 3,800 Halloween-related injuries each year. 82% of parents don't use high-visibility aids on their costumes. 63% of children can't carry a flashlight while they're trick-or-treating. 65% of parents don't discuss Halloween safety. 12% of children 5 and under go trick-or-treating without the supervision of an adult. Now, that's freaking stupid in this day and age. And 51% of millennials say that Halloween is their favorite holiday. Why cram it into 2 rushed evening weekday hours when it deserves a full day?
I'm just looking at some of these responses here.
Well, and here's the thing. The first one only, like I said, got 3,000 something signatures.
Yep.
Their goal was 200,000.
Yes.
They only got, as of today, they only got 158,113.
Yes.
But they more than tripled what they got on the initial one.
Well, it also took them, since 2018.
Yeah. Big Tank says, F that. We are making the bitches more. We're making the bitches more and more. It makes you tough to go out and dodge cars while getting candy. It's survival of the fittest. You want candy, get out and put in the mileage that you want to get all the candy.
Yeah. So,
and then he says that this is adding to the pussification of America. Yeah, I believe me, I can see I can see where they're coming from, but at the same time, I'm like everybody else. I'm like, no, October 31st is Halloween.
So just to,
no matter where it falls,
just to paint some pictures here.
It's not like Easter and Thanksgiving where it's the second Sunday or the third Thursday or what and all that good crap. Don't want that.
So just to paint a picture,
mm-hmm.
before you get to Neil's comment here.
Okay.
Most of these people that are signing are not us 80s kids.
Yeah.
No, because Halloween trick-or-treating for children would be much safer if celebrated during daylight hours, which can only happen on non-school days like Saturday. Now, don't get me wrong. You are not wrong in that comment.
Right.
You're not. You're not wrong. However, and Big Tank can vouch for me on this, even during school days,
mm-hmm.
we were out the minute we got home. We got home from school.
Well, you wore your costume to school.
Yep. We wore our nylon smelling costumes to school. And as soon as we got home, we were out that door trick-or-treating. We went in for dinner, and then we went right back out again.
Right.
And we would hit the same houses again.
Right. Well, and Big Tank brought up a good another thing too. They've got the trunk or treat things.
I hate those.
We've had trunk or treats going on for 4 days before Halloween.
They're ruining Halloween.
I like them, but like he says, I can understand it for a safety concept, especially if you have like special needs kids,
sure,
and things like that. The biggest thing was, when we were young, when we would go out, like you said, we'd go out from 3:30 in the afternoon until as late as we could stay.
Yes.
But that was back in the day. That was back when things were good, where they didn't have the millions of things to worry about with kids and everything else. So I understand, but at the same time, I'm like, no, October 31st is October 31st. Let's see. Well, first, I want to say hi to our good friend from across the pond, the one and only Captain Country, a.k.a. Neil. Great to have you with us, sir. Congratulations on passing your first part of your test.
Yes. Congrats.
But he says the following: what a crock of nonsense. That's about as funny as our biggest supermarket chain launching the Christmas advertisement yesterday with Michael, I'm defrosted and ready, Bublé. Throw him back in the freezer and keep Halloween where it is. Good morning, my overseas friends.
Good morning to you as well.
I agree with him completely. And what's really pissing me off is this morning on the Today Show,
Mm-hmm.
they showed a special thing from Mariah Carey
Ugh.
where she has launched the Christmas season as of today.
No.
No, no.
No. No.
Let each holiday have its day.
Christmas starts at 12 noon on Thanksgiving. That's when it starts, folks. Christmas season. Christmas shopping season starts at 12 noon on Christmas Day, not Christmas Day, Thanksgiving Day, when Santa gets to frickin' Macy's and the Thanksgiving Day parade goes off the air with him being his jolly old self, laughing with a bowl full of jelly and waving to the crowd in New York. That is when the Christmas season starts. Let us give thanks like the pilgrims did. Let us gather together. Let us eat our food and then deal with Christmas after.
Mm-hmm. Like the
better
chant
now.
says, the parents of today need to suck it up and be adults.
Agreed.
But I saw that. It would have been a great thing to talk about if we had done the show yesterday. It would have been even better, but it's still a good story. I found it interesting. I heard about that story on listening to The Highway on Sirius XM, which, by the way, Sirius XM does not sponsor the show, but it would be awesome if they did, and it would be even more awesome if they put us on one of their channels.
Yeah, that would be fantastic. I got plenty of shows that we can do.
Oh yeah,
Plenty of shows. Plenty. Well,
but one thing I did see is I did see a lot of costumes of actors, singers, movie star characters. I was truly surprised because I did not see not one freaking Barbie costume yesterday. Thank God.
Oh, I trust me, there were plenty of those.
Not here.
I saw plenty of those. But the other thing, aside from Halloween, because obviously that was very important, Hollywood lost another actor this past weekend, Matthew Perry from Friends, the whole 9 yards, the whole 10 yards. Very sad when I found out on Saturday night.
Right.
While DJing a Halloween party.
Thanks to me.
No, it wasn't just you. My phone went off. Christy told me, like, so many notifications went off about Matthew Perry dying at 54 and being found in his hot tub. And of course, everybody right away thought, okay, it's probably drug related.
Right.
Well, it's been a few days now. And
well, he even put out a picture like 5 days before that.
So let's talk about that. And the only reason why I want to talk about that.
Here's the crazy thing is I don't know if it was your post or somebody else's, but they put the picture up. I couldn't tell what it was.
So
I could not tell that it was a person in a hot tub.
Yeah. So on Sunday, I saw multiple people posting his Matthew Perry's last picture from his Instagram pertaining to him being in the hot tub.
Oh, that's okay.
Okay.
That's where they came from, his Instagram.
That's where it came from. It came from his Instagram. And the first thing that the media was eating up was that it's a cryptic post of Matthew Perry the day he was found dead in his hot tub. No, it wasn't.
No.
Because that picture was cropped. And I posted this on my Facebook. I went, guys, you need to do your research before you say, oh, this was taken the day he was died. No, it wasn't.
Right.
It was taken 5 days before. And not for nothing, the picture was taken at night.
Yeah.
His assistant found him at 4 o'clock in the afternoon,
Mhm.
shortly after he returned home from playing pickleball. Now, Matthew Perry has been very open about his drug use, his alcohol use, his
Yeah.
rehab stays. He has been very, very open about this. His book, his memoir that came out last year, Christy read it in like a matter of days. There's a lot of shit that he is very, very open and honest about in that
Mhm.
book. Not
Right.
exaggerated. It's exactly what it is.
Well, and not too long before he passed away, I don't know the exact time span, but it was more than just a couple of days.
Yeah.
Well, he was doing an interview with somebody, and he said, he says, because since he's gotten sober, he's been a big advocate of helping others,
Yeah.
with their drug problems and their drinking problems and all that like stuff. He's been huge about that. And he says that, when I pass away, I don't want people to think of me as, oh yeah, it's the guy from Friends first. I want people to think of me because of my efforts to help people.
Which he
first.
did.
Which he did, and he helped a lot of people.
Yeah.
It was. I was listening to another interview this morning, I think it was, that they were doing, and they were talking to a lady who was really, really close to him. I can't remember what the relationship was, but they straight out asked her, "Was he sober?" And without hesitation, the lady's like, "Yes, he was.
Yes.
He was completely sober."
Completely sober. And there are now, preliminary toxicology reports that are coming out now where he didn't have any of the drugs in his system. But they're also saying that his body was not waterlogged. That's a good thing, especially, with the funerals and arrangements and all that, because, and I'm sure Big Tank has seen this before while he was on the job.
Mhm.
A body that's waterlogged, not good.
No.
Not good at all. But think of it this way, and here's the other thing that most people don't really think about. Because of so much drug use that he's done, and Captain Country even says it, that he was stunned when he says he couldn't remember filming 3 years of Friends due to his addictions. He also hasn't watched any of the episodes because, as he put it, I can tell you exactly what drugs I was doing.
There was on drugs, there I was on alcohol, there I was on
and all that stuff.
Methamphetamines or whatever,
Right. So he knew. So right now it's the preliminary reports say he did not have any of the some of the prescription drugs that he has to take was not in his system. He wasn't waterlogged, which was good. He was completely sober. But he also only played an hour of pickleball. And according to his coach and trainer, he usually plays 2 hours of pickleball because he loves playing pickleball. Now, the other thing that you have to remember is that if you're, and this is from an athlete's perspective, whenever we went running or we were doing cross-country events or track events and our bodies were so active, we were never allowed in a hot tub directly after we did that. The reason being is because your body temperature is already high to begin with. So, and I'm not saying this is the cause. I'm not saying this is the cause. Just, people can be like, no, you said, no, I didn't. Could it be a factor? Absolutely, it could be a factor. Captain Country wants to know what pickleball is. It's kind of like tennis / ping pong. The only difference is with ping pong, you play it on a table. With pickleball, you actually play it on a court. You got a little paddle, and I think the ball is blue, if I remember correctly. I think.
Hang on, Neil. I'll put a link for you in the chat room for a video.
Yeah, because pickleball can also be played both indoors and outdoors.
Yes.
So, and it's a sport. It's a sport.
There you go, Neil.
You gave him one.
Yep.
There you go.
It's something that you can explain, but still doesn't really make sense until you see it.
Yeah, but
So it's just easier to give him a video to look at.
absolutely. The other thing is they don't expect foul play. He was alone at home. He sent his assistant to go do errands, and she did. She went and did the errands. And when she came back home, that's when she found him. So here's the other thing that you have to realize. The guy almost died multiple times with his addictions. And if you've never read his book, he says that in his book. He had something go on with his intestines where he should have died.
Yep.
And he didn't.
He should have died multiple times.
Yeah, and he didn't. So his second chance was helping people. Now, the other thing is excessive drug use over the years eventually catches up to you.
Mm-hmm.
Some people can continue on. But for others, the damage has already been done. A good example. Do you remember Eddie Guerrero?
Oh, yeah.
WWE champion Eddie Guerrero. Lie, cheat, steal, was in WCW, moved over to WWE, had an amazing career. Was going to be doing a pay-per-view. Never showed up. They found him in his room due to a heart attack. He was a big drug addict when it came to that. Okay? Big Tank says, looking at Ozzy, Willie, and Keith Richards. Listen, Keith Richards, I don't know. I think he's a robot. I really do. I think he's the world's first cyborg robot thing that just, he'll never die. He'll never die.
This is also Brian Pillman and Eddie Guerrero.
Brian Pillman.
What I laughed at right in the middle of that, which I apologize for, was Neil says it's like doubles tennis with square bats.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that's pickleball. So in the long run, toxicology reports aside, some things have already been ruled out. They have to do the toxicology anyway. They have to do the autopsy. They're going to find out that sooner or later, it's probably not as bad as people were automatically thinking that was. Okay?
Yeah.
I have a feeling his body just gave up.
Well, and that's the state of people these days. No matter what it is, they automatically think it's the worst. Think of the worst thing, you know.
Absolutely.
And people freaking change, man. If there's one thing that people should have learned by now is that people freaking change.
Yeah.
You know, and could he have had a relapse? That's possible. But right now it's not pointing at that.
So that's the thing. According to his
The guy is thinking heart attack.
According to his pickleball coach, he was completely 100% sober.
Mm-hmm.
So that right there tells you that he's already been doing what he needed to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's sad. It's sad. Big Tank says people are crying foul because robbery and homicide is doing the investigation. That's their job. It is their job. It's a high celebrity, high profile celebrity. You know, whether people
the
think so or
name's in
not.
the title, folks. Homicide.
Homicide. The person.
Homicide doesn't mean death by, violence.
Yes.
Homicide means death.
Yes.
Every death is investigated.
Yes. And the other thing is, according to some of these articles, one of which is from Yahoo News, his assistant Brianna Brancato is responsible for saving him. So that's a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's a good thing. And believe me, there is so much that you never knew about him until you read the memoir.
Yep.
And I will promote it. I don't care. Friends, Lovers, and the Big Terrible Thing. It came out last year. I have not read it yet. I want to read it. I just haven't really had a chance to sit down and read it, but I have it. And it was just amazing because he had somebody now that was like, no, let's do this. You know, some of the medication that he was taking was for breathing, for people that had emphysema.
Okay.
That was one of his prescription meds. Another one was for like his stomach or something because of everything that happened with his intestines. So it's so weird that the trolls out there are and believe me, there were people already posting about, you know, cracking the horrible jokes, which, yes, jokes aside, they're still terrible. It's still somebody that, died. It's still somebody's son. Somebody, a father and mother have to bury their son now. I don't care who the person is. It's tasteless. Why?
Yep.
You didn't do that with Robin Williams. And if you did, why? Why'd you do it? Because it was funny? Yeah, some of the jokes, yeah, probably funny, but also too soon. But at the same time, you're like, what's the point? Why are you doing this? I thought it was horrible. Chandler was one of my favorite characters in Friends, mostly because of the sarcasm. But that's not the only thing that I liked Matthew Perry in. He's done a lot of things. I mean, he was in Growing Pains. Do you remember? You remember Growing Pains, right? With Michael Keaton, not Michael Keaton.
Mm-hmm.
What's his name there? God damn it! I forget the freaking guy's
Michael
name.
Fox.
No, that was Family Ties.
Family Ties. Okay, Growing Pains. Oh, geez.
Big Tank says Kirk Cameron. Yes, Kirk Cameron was in it, but I meant the dad there.
Growing, spelled Gorwing.
Yeah, Alan Thicke. Thank you, Big Tank. Alan Thicke. Thank you. Robin Thicke's dad, who he looks just like Spitting Image. Yeah, Captain Country even said that the ice hockey player who used to play on the Pittsburgh Penguins just passed away this weekend too. There was an accident on the ice, and it claimed him, unfortunately.
Blade met neck.
And it wouldn't be the first time something like that has happened in hockey.
Yeah, very true, very true.
Wouldn't be the first time.
The question is, was it an accident? Or was it
sure.
an accidentally done on purpose kind of thing?
I'm sure it was an accident.
They're actually investigating that right now.
Yeah. I'm sure it was an accident. There's probably a lot of video footage showing different angles and whatnot.
Well, it was minor league.
Yeah.
So there might not necessarily be as many as you think, but I would hope that it was purely an accident.
Yeah. It happens though. It's happened here in the States in professional hockey.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen it. Man, was that a bad one? Because the guy just covered up his neck and skated off the ice, and whoa, it was crazy. Mm-hmm. Crazy, I tell you. Well, all right. Next hour, we got to take a break. We're going to take a break. We've got the new world record story. We've got, what else do we have on the prep sheet? We got a whole bunch on the prep sheet.
Oh, we got the new world record story. We're gonna give you some numbers that will amaze you.
Yes.
Some numbers that will truly amaze you.
Oh yeah.
We also have, I can't believe I read that, as well as Dumbass of the Week coming up.
Yes. And if we have time, we might not. We've also got a topic we wanted to touch on last week that we never got to, which would pertain to 70s and 80s TV shows that would probably never make it on the air today.
Oh, there's no probably about it.
And we haven't even touched some of the 90s shows. So, with that being said,
Right.
you are listening and watching The Sully Show right here on Accidental Punch TV. We will be right back. Oh, yes, that's a threat and a promise. We'll be right back.
When I served, my work was critical, and I don't feel like that's the case anymore.
I lost all of my friends when I got out. Had to start my whole life over.
I didn't know what to do each day. Then my marriage hit a real rough patch.
It got so bad that I was even thinking about suicide. I called the Veterans Crisis Line. I tell my buddies to call in case they ever need it.
When I retired, things slowed way down and lots of bad memories came back. I still go through tough times, but I'm glad I called.
You are not alone.
You are not alone.
You are not alone.
The person on the other end of the line isn't going to judge. Lots of responders are veterans too.
We all need to take care of ourselves. If you're going through a rough time, call the Veterans Crisis Line.
VGD specializes in making your memories come to life. Memorabilia from your time in the military, law enforcement, the medical field, or maybe about your own home business. We can get you squared away. Check us out. Reach out to us at VGDshop.com or on Facebook at Facebook.com/VeteranGardenDeco and hang some VGD on your wall today. Actually done a couple of VGD projects for.
Mostly because, according to Christopher Freilanden, wow, holy shit. This is like the perfect time to jump into Lake Michigan. Wow, holy crap. Because we already did the whole in bed bit. So there you go.
Right.
It kind of went around the west end of Long Island. Not the west end, sorry, the east end of Long Island. Wow.
Authorities recovered the stolen car a few days later.
Leader? What the?
Yeah, a few days later.
News Channel 5 reports that according to Murphy's, wow, they're starting to do confetti not confetti, wow, graffiti.
Jesus promised to get rid. Do you want to try it?
Have you ever been browsing the interwebs and you found that one video or article where you say to yourself, you know, that person's a real complete and total dumbass? Well, if you have, we want it! You can send it to us to accidentalpunch@gmail.com with the subject line, Dumbass of the Week. Tell us who you are, put the link to the video or article right there in the body, and send it on in. If you don't want to do that, make sure to join our Discord channel. If you click on the link when you're in our Twitch chat, you can join for free. And you can post that video or article right in our Dumbass of the Week channel. The Dumbass of the Week every Tuesday right here on Accidental Punch TV and The Sully Show. Join the awesomeness. You know you wanna.
Unfortunately, I was wearing steel-tip boots. Yeah.
Yep, nope, I can't do it. The suspect was charged with DUI, speeding, resisting arrest, and driving under suspicion.
Driving under what?
Suspension.
Says here in the article too. The heels added an element of danger too. Your Achilles Okay, Achilles.
Simon Castaneda. Wow, I can't even pronounce the last name right.
Despite not recognizing the document, Captain Mahwald.
That is the end of this week's two Ewoks in a park. Wow, holy crap.
Confirmed the driver was, quote, issued a verbal warning and allowed.
We're back. Well, I'm back. JT's just sitting down now. Just saying. Just putting it there. It's still technically our Halloween show. We wanted to do this yesterday. We just never did because, you know, Halloween's Halloween. Don't look good. Who are you going to call? Ghostbusters. Which, apparently, Sony and Ghostbusters social media channel, pretty much all over the place, released a very cryptic type of post where it shows a full moon. You don't hear the theme song at all, but within the full moon it changes to the Ghostbuster symbol for the new movie that'll be coming out, and bats fly across it, which means I guarantee you we're getting a trailer very, very soon for the new movie, which will be awesome, to say the least. We don't have it planned for tonight, but we do have the trailer park for probably next week, which will be good. JT's now all settled in. There he is.
That gives him a week to get the trailer out for you.
A week? Yeah. It certainly does. Certainly does. What did Lady Death just send me? Something for you to chuckle at. This is where my parents came up with my name. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Micaiah, 1974. No place to hide dead-end kids. Ooh. Oh, that's cool. That is cool. So, anyway, as we were saying right before the break, we've got a lot more to talk about, a lot more to do. And why don't we just get it out of the way right now? Let's go right into the world record story for this week. That way, well, Western Echo, who does listen and watch the podcast when he's not here with us live, can pretty much die on whatever alcoholic drink he's got going on when he listens or watches the show. Unless, of course, he's doing this while at work.
Echo, pause the show, go grab yourself a couple of shot glasses and make yourself up a couple of doubles.
And then some.
And then some, yes. So, yes, this is the 73rd live show in a row with World Record Story, and I do have to give credit where credit is due. And credit for this week's one goes to the one and only Nakia, a.k.a. Lady Death. She has been a busy little beaver when it comes to the show and links and all that good stuff.
Yes, she has.
Recently.
She's been like our unofficial prep sheet builder.
Right. Well, I mean, we could make it official.
We could.
Just have to have the conversation with her.
We could. All she's got to say is yes or no. And then I could just give her access to the prep sheet and show her how to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Which she's pretty good with computers, so, you know, she could do stuff. She's good like that.
Yes, she is.
It's entirely up to you. It's entirely up to you.
So this week, you know, in the past, we talked about hot foods and things of that sort.
Yes.
You know, they've got the black chip challenge, which is the ghost pepper chip and all that. And we talked about hot sauces and all that good stuff. Well, this week's world record story.
I would
actually
love
has a vid
to do that type of challenge.
You've been wanting to do that challenge?
The black chip challenge?
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't mind trying that challenge. The problem
No.
is,
It's all you then.
yeah, exactly. It's all me, which is perfectly fine. Big Tank says,
Okay.
can't do it anymore. Why not? Why wouldn't I
he
be
got
able
old.
to do the black chip challenge?
No, he didn't say you couldn't do it anymore. He said he's saying that I can't do it anymore. Oh, did they let's see, I gotta look into that.
The Pocky one chip challenge. All right, so just for the heck of it, I did I did just go on their website here.
They did.
When did they recall it?
September. Well, the article date is September 12th, 2023. Pocky removes spicy one chip challenge amid investigation into teen's death. Texas-based chipmaker Pocky, a subsidiary of the Hershey Company, has announced the removal, of its fiery one chip challenge from shelves following the death of a 14-year-old Massachusetts teen by the name of Harris Wallabaugh.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. So what happened to the
Can't
kid?
do that
though?
anymore. I'm trying to look into that now.
How much you want to make a bet it was an allergic reaction to something? Because, as they have on their website, and I quote, the one chip challenge is intended for adults only, with clear and prominent labeling highlighting the chip is not for children or anyone sensitive to spicy foods or who has food allergies, is pregnant, or has underlying health conditions. Also known
Police were called
as
to the Wallaball's residence August 31st when they found him unresponsive and not breathing. Despite being transported to the hospital, he's pronounced dead. It is still under investigation, and they have not given a cause of death as of yet.
makes sense.
But the family says it's because of the one chip challenge.
Well, also on their warning, as they put, we have seen an increase in teens and other individuals not heeding these warnings. As a result, while the product continues to adhere to food safety standards out of an abundance of caution, we are actively working with our retailers to remove the product from shelves. See, at least they're taking responsibility, you know, and yes, it's a recall, okay? But you can still technically order it through them.
Yeah, they're removing it from the shelves. But
They're just removing it from the shelves. So
yeah. And they'll
they
probably
took
set it up where you have to do some kind of a age verification kind of thing.
Yeah,
and
probably.
sign a disclosure waiver waiving the company of any rights and responsibilities and abilities to sue you, you know.
Right.
Or you know, that kind of stuff.
So that's a good thing. But the other thing is they have all these warnings on there. Okay? This is another, and again, this is not bashing the family or the kid because nobody wants to have to deal with that.
No.
But if they didn't adhere to the warnings, it's not their fault. Because that thing is labeled. It's got warnings all over it.
Yeah, they
do it for
took
a
many
reason.
precautions because of the, you know, people that have sued McDonald's when they spilled hot coffee on themselves
Yes.
and sued for millions and won.
Yes. So where are we headed to with this world record story?
So we're going to take a trip to South Carolina.
South
Yeah, North
Carolina. Woo!
Yes, sir. Where a South Carolina pepper expert scorches. And that's actually the word they used in the article here.
Oh.
His own Guinness Book record heat record
Ouch.
with a thing called Pepper X. Now, Eddie Curry, the South Carolina hot pepper expert who crossbred and grew the Carolina Reaper, that's hotter than most pepper sprays police use to subdue unruly criminals, has broken his own world record
Ooh.
with a pepper that's 3 times hotter, known as Pepper X.
That kind of sounds like the name of an X-Men.
I was thinking more like a stripper.
Oh, Pepper. It's Pepper X.
Now, Pepper X was publicly named the hottest pepper in the world on October 9th by the Guinness Book of World Records, beating out the Reaper in Curry's decade-long hunt to perfect a pepper that he says provides, quote, immediate, brutal heat.
Yep, not
Unquote.
touching that. Don't get me wrong, I like spicy food, but no.
Now, Curry said when he first tried Pepper X, it did more than just warm his heart. Quote,
It emptied out his colon.
quote, I was feeling the heat for 3.5 hours. Then the cramps came. Those cramps were horrible. I was laid out flat on a marble floor for approximately an hour in the rain, groaning in pain, unquote.
We do have audio of the entire situation after it has happened. So, yes, we're going to play that right now. Yes, we have to.
These pipes are clean. And how?
Well, I guess for those who have to do a colonoscopy and just want to make it interesting, that would be one way to do it. Nikaya says he was shitting out stuff from back when he was 10. Now, heat in peppers is measured in the Scoville heat units. 0 is bland, and a regular jalapeno pepper registers about 5,000 units.
Yeah.
A habanero, the world record holder for 25 years, or from 25 years ago, typically tops about 100,000 Scoville units.
Which is hot.
Yes. The Guinness Book of World Records lists the Carolina Reaper at 1.64 million units. Okay, now, and this...
Whoa.
This, what is it, Eddie Curry? Was it Eddie? Yeah, Ed. Well, Ed. Ed
Mr. Ed
is the one who created the Carolina Reaper.
Right.
Okay. And he like I said, he wanted to break his own record. So Pepper X record is an average of 2.69 million units. For comparison, pepper spray, which is commonly carried by police, is around 1.6 million units. Bear spray advertises at 2.2 million.
Oh. Okay, so in other words, don't do it.
Ah, shit. Don't even think about it.
Don't do it.
Pepper X has been in the works since Curry last set the hottest pepper record in 2013 with Carolina Reaper, a bright red knobby fruit with what aficionados call a scorpion tail. The goal was to offer an extremely hot pepper flavored with sweetness. Now, Pepper X is greenish yellow, doesn't have the same shelf appeal, and carries an earthy flavor once its heat is delivered. It is a crossbreed of a Carolina Reaper and what Curry mysteriously classifies as a, quote, pepper that a friend of mine sent me from Michigan that was brutally hot, unquote.
Well, I mean, I would think that it would kind of sound kind of like that. Without hopefully making a mess. But because, no.
Oh, and by the way, at this point, at the writing of this article, Curry is one of only 5 people so far to have eaten an entire Pepper X. All right. Let's see. Where'd it go? For Curry, having the hottest pepper in the world has been a 2-decade obsession. It took 10 years to get Pepper X from the first crossbreed experiment to the record, including 5 years of testing to prove it was a different plant with a different fruit and documenting its average heat over different plants and generations. Quote, we covered the genetics, we covered the chemistry, we covered the botany, he's unquote. Curry, who is trying to build an empire of hot pepper sauces through his Pucker Butt company. Look that one up. Pucker Butt. Puckerbutt.
It's a
Said
Pucker Butt.
Says he also learned plenty of business lessons during the past decade. While the Carolina Reaper drew much attention, much of it was not proper or profitable.
I got to play this now that Big Tank mentioned it. By the way, Dumb and Dumber does not sponsor the show.
Oh, I'm seeing the video now.
Fart jokes and poop jokes. Isn't it wonderful?
Yeah, hey, that's, you know what? That used to be the baseline of our show.
That was the Tank show.
Right. Let's see. Curry is protecting Pepper X. He said no seeds will be released until he is sure his children, his workers, many of whom are on their second chances with him, and their families can fully earn the rewards of his work. Quote, everybody else made their money off the Reaper. It's time for us to reap the benefits of the hard work I do.
I agree.
That work includes, that work includes dozens of fields across York County, secret greenhouses where Curry works on peppers to prevent them from being stolen, and a Pucker Butt store in Fort Mill where Curry works on dozens of sauce ideas that range from mild to blazing hot. He also sells his peppers to companies worldwide.
Woof.
Couple last lines here real quick. Curry wants people to eat peppers and thinks they can benefit from the rush that comes after the burn. He calls most hot pepper challenges stupid and cautions pepper peakers, against being overly ambitious and reaching too quickly for a Carolina Reaper or Pepper X. Quote, you build up a tolerance, Curry said. Later hinting that more pepper heat may be bubbling up from the fields, labs, and chillers that he won't let fans, reporters, or even the bankers hoping his business expand see. Quote, is this the pinnacle? No, it's not the pinnacle.
Wow. That's crazy.
2.6, an average.
Average. So
An
some could be
average
more.
of 2.6.
Yeah. Some
So
could be more.
you've had many that were higher than that, and many that were lower than that.
I'm a little afraid. Not
I'm
gonna
a
lie.
lot afraid. I don't even want to be in the same room with one of those peppers.
Yeah, no. Bad idea. Bad idea.
I mean,
But
that's some scary shit.
that was our world record story for this week now, wasn't it?
Yes, sir. For the 73rd live show in a row.
73rd live show in a row. It's crazy, I tell you, crazy. But we do have to move on because we do have stuff to do. And hopefully we can get to all of it. So let's do this. It's time for Yes, that's right. It's time for I Can't Believe I Read That, where we take 5 news articles from the good old interwebs, and well, we bring them to your attention and show you exactly what is out there in the world besides all the politics and other BS that's going on. It's time. It's time. If you have an article, send it to us to accidentalpunch@gmail.com or post it in our I Can't Believe I Read That Discord channel. Real simple, real easy. What are you doing? You were like head down and laughing or something.
That was my reaction to the reading the title of my article, and then I coughed.
I wish I saw it. Well, I wish they saw it because your reaction. Now,
It was just one of these.
Mind you, folks, when we do the prep sheet, and again, all of these were provided by Lady Death, so she kicked ass and rocked on.
It's all hands off for me until showtime.
Yeah, he doesn't look at them until the show.
Well, until I'm getting ready to read them.
And then you go, shit.
Well, the one thing I have learned over the years is to at least try to read through the article once, just to see how badly Sully is trying to screw me.
I would never.
You are full of shit.
I would never do something like that.
You have set me up more times than I've had orgasms, pal.
I don't know what you're talking about, my friend. I would never do something like that.
Okay, Pinocchio, whatever the hell you say.
I don't know if I should be offended or not. But
yeah, see, that's one thing that worries me. And Kaya just said in the chat room, I would have a lot of fun with that. That's the one thing that worries me.
What, but doing all of our show prep for us?
Yeah.
She would have a lot of fun. She'd find some good stuff, that's for sure.
She just says, giving JT some messed up stories.
That's what I do.
You just denied that.
No, I
dumbass.
didn't. I did not.
Anyway, what's this first story?
I specifically said that I would never set you up. That's all I said. I never said it would be for success.
That's all I'm going to say.
So I deserve it.
Very
so
much
anyway, this first one here, and it's a doozy to say the least. We're gonna go to I always mess this up, but Murfreesboro. Wow, see, I told you I always screw it up.
Murfreesboro.
I always screw it up. It's not borough, it's bore. B-O-R. Murfreesboro.
Yeah, just think like Murphy Brown, Murphy's
Bore. Murfreesboro. You guys can clip that. It's okay. Anyway, we're in Tennessee, where a reported bomb was attached to a car. And I'll show you the picture.
Was it a stink bomb?
Nope, there's the picture. But it actually turns out that this is... it's a dent protector. A man attached a makeshift rubber bumper to his car doors with wires and duct tape to prevent dents, led to a massive federal, state, and local response for a bomb threat that turned out to be false.
I can't blame the person, but at the same time, if you look at that and you think bomb, you're an idiot.
Well, I mean, there is duct tape on it, so I can kind of understand why.
But still, you're an idiot.
There were several calls to 911 about a car appearing to have a bomb on the passenger side doors at the First Watch restaurant on Medical Center Parkway at 9:39 a.m. on October the 24th. All businesses in the shopping plaza were evacuated for nearly 2 hours just as a precaution. Schools in the school zone were placed on lockdown while the investigation was ongoing due to the address related to the vehicle's tag. Listen, if somebody's going to do a bomb, they're not going to put it on the door. They're going to put it underneath.
Well, you never know. People are freaking idiots.
That's true, but that's mostly in Florida. But
see, I would be the idiot that would walk up to the car and be looking at it like, I don't think that's a bomb, man.
Let me pull the green wire.
And, that would be me.
The police supervisor eventually reached the owner of the car by phone. He was standing with the evacuee across the street the entire time, unaware it was his car that was that promoted the bomb threat.
You would think they would try to call him. Neil says, "Is this shit for real?" Yes, Neil,
Yes.
this is a real story.
This is a real story. Because this was also posted on I can't even say it. Murfreesboro's.gov website. Because also the Tennessee Highway Patrol Special Operations Unit responded and gave an all clear after examining the car. And since there was no intent to cause harm, the man will not be charged.
No, shouldn't be. And neither should the people be that called it in.
I agree.
No, I mean, it's understand. Their reaction is completely and totally understandable, especially in this day and age, which is a sad thing to say about us. But anyway.
I just... Some things you just like... Seriously? Like, why?
Right.
Why?
So we're going to take a trip from Nashville to Santa Rosa.
Santa Rosa.
Santa Rosa.
Santa
Rosa ice cream street vendor also sold cocaine.
I scream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream.
I see when it comes in a little white powder.
That's at McDonald's.
A Santa Rosa street vendor who sold ice cream and what in the hell is that? Chicharrones. See, this is how you set me up, you sorry piece of shit.
I don't know what you're talking about. I would never do such a thing.
Chicharrones to children around the neighborhood near an elementary school. Shut up, Nakaya. Who was caught selling more than just the tasty snacks, police said on Monday. Victor Martinez Diaz, a.k.a. Ciro Gilberto Ambrosio Santos.
Bless you.
I need to hit oxygen after that.
Right?
Is a 49-year-old Santa Rosa resident. According to police, he periodically peddled a tricycle with a mobile street vendor's snack cart around Abraham Lincoln Elementary School on 9th Street. The Santa Rosa Police Department's narcotics team suspected that the ice cream man was also a local cocaine dealer. During SRPD's investigation, an undercover detective bought a gram of cocaine from Diaz close to the school. A few days later, detectives saw Diaz getting into a white van. There's always a van.
And it's always white.
I was going to say it was always white. Most of the time it is. But there's always a van. When police stopped the van to search it, they found a street vendor tricycle, snacks, cocaine, methamphetamines, cash, a digital scale, and hundreds of small plastic baggies, as you see in that picture there. Two more local street vendors, 29-year-old Marcus Ambrosio Cortez and 21-year-old Jose Cazares were also busted for drug sales.
Oh, look at
Detectives
that.
conducted surveillance on Jennings Avenue where they saw Cortez and Cazares enter a white van. Quote,
See?
they drove around and were stopped and detained pursuant to a search warrant. Detectives searched the van and located 2 street vendor bicycles inside with various food items. Detectives located a black fanny pack that contained a loaded 9mm semi-automatic handgun, U.S. currency, and 7 plastic baggies that each contained approximately 1 gram of suspected cocaine.
Damn.
Now, Cortez, who was the 29-year-old, was booked into the Sonoma County Jail on the following charges: possession of a controlled substance for sale, transport of a controlled substance for sale, and conspiracy. Cazares, the 21-year-old, was booked on possession of a controlled substance for sale, transport of a controlled substance for sale, conspiracy, and armed while dealing drugs.
Ah.
Diaz, the 49-year-old with a really freaking long name, he was also booked for possession of a controlled substance for sale, transport of a controlled substance for sale, conspiracy, possession of a controlled substance for sale, and another count of transport of a controlled substance for sale.
Also known as drugs
Big
bad.
trouble.
Okay. Drugs bad.
Big Tank says that chicharrona is fried pork belly.
Fried pork. Yum.
Thank you for
Yum.
that information, Tank. See that the master of useless information who helps us out more than we know.
Until we use the book, which we'll get to after this because we haven't done that yet. Almost forgot. But anyway, from there, oh man, we're gonna go to Utah, Grantsville, Utah. This is certainly Halloween related, and there is video. I'm just gonna let it run.
Bob Kelly, in just the few hours that I've been here, I've seen some people drive by looking at it distastefully, but others are all for it and leaving tips in the tip jar. In Grantsville, it's the talk of the town.
Have you guys seen the street sign skeleton thing around town?
Inside the Outpost restaurant, locals are buzzing about a certain Halloween display and the way it's blown up on social media.
We're gonna go
Here you go, folks. Here's here's the still picture.
Oh, jeez.
Let's go
on social media.
We're gonna go tip them when we leave. We know what it's like to work for tips.
I know. It all started days ago when Christopher Fugitian put up the skeleton pole dancer on the city sign. He says the only backlash he received was caught on camera a neighbor who kept coming over to cut it down.
Maybe a little risque for some people, but it's all in the name of fun.
Then the city posted the display to its Facebook page, telling him he had until 9 p.m. that night to remove it since it's against city code.
I think it brings a lot of good humor that we need.
Right?
To a small town.
The post took off. So while this skeleton was serving ones, others were serving their opinions in the comments section, writing things like, I guess teaching our children respect, decency, and manners has gone by the side.
Wait a minute. They need to go to school too. It's a good side hustle. Maybe she's becoming a lawyer.
Hey,
let's
gotta
go
get
on.
through school somehow.
Let's go on.
The kids understand what that is. Maybe the problem's not the skeleton dancing on the pole. Maybe it's something else.
Fugitian moved the skeletons off city property and that night made the display even bigger, adding lights, music, and more skeletons. Neighbors are even dropping off their own decorations to add to it.
That's how you get back at them.
Keeping this going and getting it a little bit more elaborate as we go.
The city of Grantsville has since deleted the original post on Facebook. It never wrote about the subject matter itself. It just said it was, quote, not acceptable because attaching something to a city sign is against city code. Now, Fox 13 News reached out to the city for a comment, and a spokesperson did respond but did not speak about the display itself. Reporting live in Grantsville, Emily Tenser, Fox 13 News, Utah.
Which,
Neil,
don't get me wrong.
Neil calls them miserable snowflakes.
But you know what? I applaud that guy for creativity.
Oh, yeah. Well, and all they said was it can't be on city property. So
move it off.
He took it off the city property.
Absolutely.
And tripled it in size.
and the neighbors were bringing stuff over too.
And putting money in the tip jar.
Absolutely. I agree with it 100%. 100%.
Yes.
Kudos, dude. One more round of applause for you. One more. Marvelous. All right, where are we headed to next?
So where was that again?
That was in Grantsville, Utah.
Grantsville, Utah. Well, we're taking a big, long trip from Grantsville, Utah to the Italian city of Pavia.
Ah.
Pavia is how that is spelled.
Pavia.
Where an Italian mother has made the news with the words parasites.
Okay. Nice.
Parasites. Now, a mother's love does have limits, it seems. At least for a 75-year-old woman in the northern Italian city of Pavia who won a court order after suing to have her sons, aged 40 and 42,
Jesus Christ,
removed from her house.
What?
The two sons, described in court papers by their mother as parasites, have been living in the family apartment without contributing financially or helping around the house, according to the complaint filed by the woman, who has not been named, in a tribunal of Pavia District Court. Both men are employed.
And they're still living at home?
Exactly. Judge Simona Caterby, sounds good to me, sided with the retired mother who is separated from the men's father and whose pension went entirely on food and maintenance of the home, ruling that the two Bambosioni, I think it is, or big babies, have until December 18th to vacate the premises. Excuse me. Caterby wrote, quote, "There, you might as well just make this one big clip."
Yeah.
There is no provision in the legislation which attributes to the adult child the unconditional right to remain in the home exclusively owned by the parents against their will and by virtue of the family bond alone, unquote. The men who hired lawyers to fight the maternal eviction argued that Italian parents are required by law to take care of their children as long as necessary. Adderby cited the existing law in her ruling and agreed that, quote, "The stay in the property could initially be considered well-founded because the law is based on the maintenance obligation incumbent on the parent. It no longer appears justifiable considering the two defendants are subjects over 40, and once a certain age has been exceeded, the child can no longer expect the parents to contribute to the maintenance obligation beyond limits that are no longer reasonable."
Truth.
I agree with that 100%.
Also known
a lawyer
as-
for the men told local media that the men have not decided if they would appeal the court decision. This is not the first Mamoni an Italian term used to describe adult men who are too dependent on their mothers, also known as mama's boys, has cropped up in the legal system. In 2020, Italy's Supreme Court ruled against a 35-year-old man who worked as a part-time music teacher, excuse me, who still expected financial support from his parents after he argued that he could not support himself on an annual salary of 20,000 euros or $21,100. On average, Italians leave their parental home at the average age of 30, according to the Eurostat 2022 data. Croatia is the highest in the European Union with the average age of 33.4 years. By contrast, offspring in Finland, Sweden, and Denmark start life on their own at the average age of 21.
That's crazy.
Neil says, last week news and highly amusing. Yeah. Get your lazy ass out my effing house.
There you go.
You lazy piece of
bastards.
Crap. You know what? I bet mom would have no problem with both them boys staying there if they helped around the house, if they helped pay for some food,
bills.
If they maybe paid a bill or two.
Yeah.
I bet she would have no problem with them being there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I agree. 100%.
Just saying.
I agree.
Get
100%.
your ass out my house, you lazy piece of shit. So, where are we going from the lovely Italian city of Pavia?
Oh, from there, we're going to head right on back to the good old United States.
Woo. Homecoming.
Yep. And there's video.
Mm.
And there's video, folks. Oh, yes.
Is
So
there music in the background?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, this is actually it's got video. Yeah.
Tell us more.
People, I know I've stated this many times.
Oh
many
boy.
times. Stop doing stupid shit. Just stop doing it. Because if you do, at least in our case, you won't be making it on our show. However, if you want to continue to be dumbasses,
we will gladly showcase you.
We will accept your decision. 100%.
Challenge accepted?
Challenge accepted, and here it is. I'm just going to let the video do the talking for me.
So you got to have a lazy, I can't believe I read that this week.
With some neighbors as a nightmare. Now, they're relieved that police arrested several people, and this video shows officers surrounding the home. Channel 2 Tom Jones is live in the city of South Fulton, and Tom, police say they found stolen cars.
Wait a minute. His name's Tom Jones? Did anybody else catch that but me?
No, I caught it. I just left it alone.
Okay, let's go on.
That's right, Linda. Police say they found 2 stolen cars in this home, along with a stolen gun, stolen IDs, and credit cards. Neighbors say the people who lived here kept them up at all times of night with parties and other non-neighborly activities.
It was always something going on in that house.
People who live in the Thaxton Reserve community say they've lost plenty of sleep the last 4 months because of the nightmare neighbors in this home.
A lot of partying. They had an illegal strip club on the weekends.
They say there was piles of trash at the
illegal strip club on the weekends.
So that's what they meant by non-neighborly activities. An illegal strip club. Okay.
Oh, nothing surprises me anymore.
The home. People there raced in the streets. They say the air often reeked of marijuana. There was sporadic gunfire and horses.
They would get live horses. One day they had live horses.
They say they complained to police, but nothing happened. Then Sunday morning, neighbors watched as a SWAT team marched toward the home.
They about to go in.
Officers went inside and one by one,
That's number 4.
arrested 4 people.
All these individuals were charged with various felony crimes.
Police say that morning an officer came to the home after a license plate reader indicated a stolen car was there. Officers say the driver refused to come out. Once inside, police say they found another stolen car, stolen IDs, and credit cards.
There was a weapon, a stolen weapon that was recovered from the residence.
Police say the home was a mess inside. Neighbors say they learned squatters lived here. They say it took police a while, but they are extremely happy their sleepless nights are over.
We were out walking this morning. We all looked at each other like, oh my God, we finally had a good night's sleep.
And police have been driving by to ensure no one else comes back to this home. The councilwoman for this area confirmed squatters live here. She says the city council is looking at ways to hold investment companies, corporations, and people who own these vacant homes accountable because she says these vacant homes often breed criminal activity. I'll be working on that.
No kidding.
Okay, so a couple of comments. Neil in the chat room says, "What? Surely that's just regular Saturday night behavior, right?" And my question is this:
Yes.
What the hell were they doing with a horse?
I don't want to know.
And Neil says they're not squatters; it's just the illegal strippers. Neil, you get funny as hell when you get tired, man.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh my God. What? Because you notice they didn't say anything about what happened with the horse. They just said that they had a horse.
They just skipped that part entirely.
Yeah, they jumped right in. Does it say anything in the article?
Lady that says riding him.
Yeah, and
among
Carol
other
just
things.
laughs.
Among other things. Guys, that is our I Can't Believe I Read That for this week. If you have an article or video you want to send us, by all means, send it to us. accidentalpunch@gmail.com. Put I Can't Believe I Read That in the subject line. Tell us who you are with the link, and we'll use it for the show. Or you can post it in our I Can't Believe I Read That Discord channel. Before we go any further, because we do have one more thing to do, useless information. We need our useless information for today. We haven't done that yet. The Book of Useless Information by Noel Botham and the Useless Information Society. I just kind of did a. I'm gonna flip through the pages, and JT, you're gonna tell me when to stop. Okay. So I'm gonna start right now. I'm flipping through the pages right now, and just remember, it's not a big book, and I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Did I just lose everybody?
No, you're good. Go ahead.
Okay. I'm
Start
starting over. So here we go. Flipping through.
Stop.
Page 111. Ooh. Page 111. It's Greek to me.
Hey, it must have come from Springfield because it's got 3 eyes.
Let's see. I remember we did the ruins of Troy are located in Turkey. I remember we did that.
Yes, we did.
Let's see. Oh, here you go. At the height of its power in 400 BCE, the Greek city of Sparta had 25,000 citizens and 500,000 slaves.
And 325,000 bordellos.
And 300 that battled and kicked ass. So again, at the height of its power in 400 BCE, the Greek city of Sparta had 25,000 citizens and 500,000 slaves. That's insane right there.
What amazes me is not one slave could have realized the fact that, hey, We've got a whole shitload more of us than there is of
There's
them.
more of us than there is. So
And all the fighters are over there.
that's true. They're over there fighting those people. So that is today's useless information from the Book of Useless Information by Noel Botham and the Useless Information Society. They do not sponsor this show. It'd be really cool if they did. And go get the book. It's actually pretty cool. You can learn a lot from it. At least I do. I literally read this every day because it's that awesome. So, with that being said, it's time to do this.
You people are idiots. Welcome back, dumbass. Dumbass. Got anything for that, dumbass? Well, April Fool, dumbass.
It's time for the Dumbass of the Week.
Dumbasses. Dumbass. You dumbasses. 300 million sperm. That's the one that got through.
Yes! It is the one that got through. It is now time for the Dumbass of the Week, where we take that one special person, that one lucky Darwin Award winner, and label them the Dumbass of the Week. That's right, folks. It's the Dumbass of the Week. If you have a contender, send it to us at accidentalpunch@gmail.com, or you can post it in our Dumbass of the Week Discord channel. Now, with that being said, this week's dumbass is not from the United States. I know, right? Crazy.
I'm in shock.
You should be.
I am. Can't you tell?
You should be in shock. You know why? Because this week's dumbass comes from Hong Kong.
What?
You heard me right.
Wow.
Hong Kong.
It's been a while since and the last one we had from that area was the guy that chopped up his own wee-wee.
Yep.
And then
I remember that one.
ran to the hospital with it.
I remember that one. It's just like Hong Kong Fui. But it is not.
Hong Kong Owie.
Hong Kong Fui. I tell you, Fui. 11 kilograms of suspected cocaine was found.
It's probably baby powder.
Oh, I'm sorry. It was found in an electric wheelchair at an airport. There's
Dude,
a
I
picture
told
right
you
there.
not to leave the thing at customs.
There it is. The wheelchair was one of two pieces of the suspect's checked baggage, and it was searched after Hong Kong customs officers became suspicious after they found evidence its seat cushion and backrest had been opened and restitched.
Told you you should have had Mom do it.
For the record, people, if you're going to do stuff like that, make sure you're good at it.
And don't go to Hong Kong. They are really bad about that stuff.
Yeah. In Hong Kong, the hall that they had has an estimated market value of 12 million. And this is Hong Kong, okay? In pounds, it's 1.2 million. And it was found when a 51-year-old man was going through customs on Saturday.
Hang on, Sully. Yeah. Neil says, oh, for F's sake, Mr. Sully, it's 2 a.m. bedtime and you pull out Hong Kong Fooey. If I wake up with that theme tune in my head, you, sir, have a lot to answer for.
Nope. No. We have a warning at the beginning of the show. Just saying.
Yes, we covered our ass.
We cover that portion of things. After he arrived in Hong Kong from the Caribbean, they arrested him. Nice. Custom officers found the batch of suspected cocaine concealed inside the inner linings of the cushions and the back of his check-in electric wheelchair. The wheelchair was one of two pieces of his checked baggage, and it was searched after they saw that the stitchings had been restitched. The man was using crutches, told officials. He was a car rental company director, and the wheelchair had been loaned to him by a friend for use during his travels. Yep. Smuggling drugs is a serious offense in Hong Kong. The maximum penalty upon conviction is a fine of HK5M, which, 5 million.
5 million Hong Kong dollars.
Yep. And life imprisonment.
Damn. So there's not a or, it's an and.
And there have been several widely reported cases of people using wheelchairs to smuggle drugs in recent years.
Not much to say about that
The
one.
shit that, I swear, it's like, holy crap, Holy crap.
Big Tank says, now you have to re-record the warning because you have nothing about being the person who screws somebody else's head up from a song.
Oh, no. We take no responsibility.
And we do have the one line at the end that says, we really don't give a damn.
Go cry to your mom because these two military veterans don't want to hear about it.
Right.
So sit back, relax, and enjoy Hong Kong Phooey.
Who is this superhero? Sarge? No. Rosemary, the telephone operator? No. Henry, the mild-mannered janitor? Could be. Hong Kong Phooey, #1 super guy. Hong Kong Phooey, quicker than the human eye. He's got style, a groovy style, and a vibe that just won't stop. When the going gets rough, he's super tough with a Hong Kong Phooey chop. Hong Kong Phooey, #1 super guy.
Hey, Sully.
Yes.
Boney Wan Kenobi is now handicapped.
Oh, I saw you broke his arm off.
No, that's his leg.
Oh, that's his leg?
And I didn't break it off. It popped down.
Oh, you can fix him later. That, my
I'm
friends,
gonna keep a handicap.
is this week's Dumbass of the Week. If you have a contender, make sure you send it to us at accidentalpunch@gmail.com or post it in our Dumbass of the Week Discord channel. All right. We got to get out of here.
You were just called a dirty word in the UK.
What else is new?
Very true. Very true.
What else is new? All right, let's do this. Let's get out of here. And make sure everybody stick around for a raid. Don't say goodbye because we are going to raid somebody shortly. It's all you.
Oh, well, I was waiting for you to say something. You can follow me, JT, in a couple of different ways. If you want to follow the music on Facebook, do a search for the JT Hollis fan page or on the interwebs at jthollismusic.com. For the woodworking on Facebook, do a search for Veteran Garden Deco. And on the interwebs, it is vgdshop.com.
That's right. And of course, you can follow me on all the social media platforms that are out there. Well, most of them anyway. X, Accidental Punch, and at The Sully Show. Facebook, same thing. Facebook.com/The Sully Show and Facebook.com/Accidental Punch. We're everywhere. Kick, YouTube, TikTok. The Sully Show with underscores in between all the words. That's how we roll. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel at Accidental Punch. Make sure you click the bell to be notified every single time we go live here on Twitch or Kick or any of the other networks that are out there that we use. And of course, as always, make sure you join us each and every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. for The Sully Show. This was a rare thing. Monday, we'll be live for Avenger Pretenders, where we'll be talking about Loki Season 2, Episode 5. Yes, which comes out tomorrow. It's going to be wonderful. We'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye.
Screw you guys, I'm going home.
You're listening to The Sully Show.
They got the mustard.
Screw you. Hey, Bubba, I told you they wouldn't even have looked at your damn wheelchair if you had to put nitrous on it.
everybody. Thank you once again for everybody tuning in. The Halloween backgrounds will be going away next month. We'll be going back to normal, or maybe I'll find a Thanksgiving theme. We'll see. I haven't decided yet, but we are going to do
find
a raid.
picture of that jive turkey and put it on there.
Jive turkey. All right, sounds like fun. A jive turkey.
Sanford and Son.
Yep. So what we're gonna do is we are gonna do a raid, and you know what? We are going to raid my buddy.
I apologize. That was the Jeffersons, not Sanford and Son.
Wait, what? Huh? What happened?
That was the Jeffersons, not Sanford and Son.
Oh.
But anyway, who are we raiding?
We are going to raid our buddy Ricky Baby. She is live right now. Her title is Don't Scream, so I don't know if that's the actual game or not, but she might be playing some horror themed type game for Halloween since she wasn't live yesterday. But she is a good friend of the show. She chimes in from time to time. We have a wonderful time when she streams, and I get involved and all that. So make sure you use the Accidental Punch logo if you subscribe to the channel with Punchers Unite. And we will be live next Monday for Avenger Pretenders, episode 5 of Loki season 2. If you haven't been watching it, it is phenomenal right now. And it'll be at 9 p.m. tomorrow is when they'll be releasing it, which I thought was pretty odd, but it's all good. It's all good in the hood. We only have 2 episodes left. Then, of course, we'll be live next Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern for the Sully Show. So make sure you tune in, lock it in, and have some fun with us each and every Monday and Tuesday. For JT and myself, we are going to start the raid right now. We hope you guys have a wonderful and safe week. Be kind to each other, and we'll see you next time. Have a great night, everybody. Time for a raid. Let's do this thing. Because the raid is in 3, 2, 1. Bye.